Hi, this is Thesey of Ellis Family Farms, and I think I've finally decided what I want to tell you about for my 2019 goals. As you know from my last video, I was very discouraged from 2018, and I had to really sit down and do some soul searching to determine what I wanted to do for 2019. It was kind of interesting, though, because a lot of things didn't change. But I needed to take the opportunity to decide that that's what I really wanted to do or not. My biggest thing that I had gone away from is focusing on the property and what's going in there, and that's kind of been my philosophy all along. But I followed the shiny object of the farmer's market, and it was very lucrative, and it was a good way of making some money, and it was good for Kinzie to learn how to make some money and stuff too. But it took away all day Saturday for like 8 months for us to do the farmer's market. I mean, the farmer's market itself was usually over by noon, but by the time you buy groceries and get other chores done, we were getting up at 4:30 in the morning to get this done, and we were not getting stuff done around the property. And then on Sunday we go to church, and so that takes half a day or more, you know. So our time was not being focused on here. And yes, I am here every day. Sorry, my nose itches. I'm here every day, but I'm doing things like hauling dishes to the barn, and you know, I'm doing laundry and dishes and stuff, and doing the minimum work. So I want to do more here, and I'm going to focus on that. Tom may do the farmer's market. I don't know. That's up to him. I am not going to. I'm going to find other ways of making money around here. I've got to do. And that was one of the things that I was having to have soul searching for, you know, because I don't make an income here, and so I was trying to use the farmer's market as a form of income, and obviously that didn't get me closer to my goal. So I'm going to try to develop my writing skills. I do have writing editing skills that are pretty good. I'm not very good at editing videos, but that's another one of my goals for this year too, is to work on my editing skills, which means I'm not going to be putting out a whole bunch of videos, you know, focusing on every day, trying to put out a video every day like Justin Rhodes does. I don't have that capacity. I've tried it. What I was putting out was not good content. It was not entertaining enough, and I understand that. So what I'm going to try to do is put out fewer videos, but I'm going to try to make them I'm going to work on my editing skills for one thing, but I'm also going to work better on the content itself so that you be more entertained and more educated. Speaking of that, I understand through my demographics that most of my video watchers prefer the beekeeping videos, and I'm going to continue that. In fact, I'm going to talk a little bit about that later too with the beekeeping videos. But I'm also going to continue doing the homesteading videos. And you go, why? Nobody watches them. Well, you know what? Not all of the videos are for you. Some of them are for me. Because the reason I started this video on this YouTube channel in the first place was because I needed to see us progressing. As Tom was working, trying to get through depression and us just being completely bogged down in our life and going backward. We've been going backward for a long time. I needed to see us moving forward. So therefore I started keeping these video archives, or whatever you want to call it, so I can actually see and not just looking around and stuff. I want to see when I go back what we've done, what we have not accomplished, and what needs to change. So this is a lot of it for me. But the beekeeping videos are also, well, they're educational. They're kind of cool, you know. So Tom is very knowledgeable in bees, so I'm going to try to work with him, and I am writing scripts for, this is kind of exciting, I have to admit, I'm writing scripts for video classes, you know, what do you do each month in preparation for a video? What are you going to do if you have a queen issue? There's a lot of subjects that I can cover, so I am writing the course now and working toward that. And there's going to be 2 or 3 different levels for it. And I think in a future video I'm going to explain it more closely, especially as I get closer to the completion of this. But it's going to be okay, here's my free content. This is something interesting that we're going to work. I want to show you how to do for this specific issue with your bees. And then I'm going to have the more advanced thing for, and I'm going to charge for that because that's what we're going to do. We are also definitely going to start cleaning up around here because there are a lot of people who are new beekeepers who have a lot of questions about bees and need someone to sort of mentor them. Well, we can't, like anybody else in the world, we have jobs, we got things we got to do. We can't necessarily go to your hives and work with your hives, but we could start having classes at our place with all of the hives that we have here, and you can get into these hives and you can see what's going on, and maybe you can correlate that with your own hives at home. I don't know, but we're hoping to start having a few classes here so that people can learn and do something with that too. So that's going to be a focus. I am going to do more beekeeping videos, but even those beekeeping videos are not just going, oh, Tom is pulling honey today, this is kind of cool. We're going to start being more educational. We're going to be more purposeful. So all of the YouTube stuff is going to be more purposeful. So therefore there won't be as much content as it was, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be better content, and I think that you'll appreciate that more in the long run. I'm going to work on gardening. I'm going to work really hard on figuring out how to garden, because that was my focus of being out here in the first place, is so I could learn how to grow my own food. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to finish the trailer house. I want to move into a trailer. I really want to get out of this camper. I really want to get into a place where I can walk from one room to the next and in the same building to take a shower or to do dishes or to do laundry. This stuff of hauling dishes to the barn and doing... Right now it's cold. It's been above freeze. Well, it's not above freezing now. But doing dishes standing in the cold when it's 35 degrees or whatever is not fun. So I really want to get into the house. We need a house. Kinzie needs her own space. The child desperately needs her own space. I need her to have her own space. So that's going to be one of the big goals too. Gardening and learning how to garden. I want to and getting into the trailer house. Expanding chickens and ducks. I'm not sure, because if I'm not doing the farmer's market, I don't need so much. I am toying with the idea of expanding. I need to continue having chickens brought in every year to keep up the flock each year, you know, because we do have losses, and I get my hens. Some of my hens are getting old, and but the ducks have been kind of a cool thing, and I might be able to get some customers for duck eggs. I haven't decided yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I'm enjoying the ducks, and so we're going to do something like that. I would really like to add some pigs this year, because I eat pork, and on down the road I think I'd like to add some cattle, some steers and stuff, but that's on down the road. I'm going to do more meat birds. I've actually had a couple of people that would tell me that if I did some meat birds, they would buy them, and so I may even have a little bit of a market for meat birds there. Still, I'm wanting to change my focus from oh, I have eggs, let me sell you eggs. Oh, I have meat birds, let me sell them to you, and stuff like that. Right now, I need to learn how to take care of myself. I need to learn how to feed myself and my family, and so that's what my focus is there. Now, if I get to where I can do better and I can sell it again, I may go into that, but right now, this year, my focus is not going to be expanding chickens and ducks and everything in an effort to supply a lot of customers in my area. I think I'm going to focus more on staying here. Kinzie's Candles. Kinzie's Candles and Creams. We did alright last year at the farmer's market for that, but honestly, we didn't do well enough in it. We were not allowed to sell our salve. We were not allowed to sell our lip balm and stuff because they already had people who were selling things like that. So all I had was my cup candles and my scented candles, and they didn't do that well. And it was very time-consuming work. Kinzie's Candles is going to go on the back burner now. I'm going to continue to make some lip balms and do the salves and occasionally do a candle or two here and there for ourselves or for other people and stuff. But as far as focusing on selling, probably not this year. I'm going to put that on the back burner. When we get into our house, and this is kind of further, I don't know if this is a 2019 thing, but we've got 2 or 3 campers. We can fix them up, and we could do like an Airbnb type thing, and I'm thinking I want to do that somewhere down the road. I'm still working on that one too. Well, like I said, it's going to be down the road, so I don't know. I need to work more on Instagram, but that's through my phone. My phone has a cracked lens on it, so my pictures have not been good, and that's part of the reason I can't do anything with the Kinzie's candles, because I have an Etsy shop too, but my camera is my phone, and with a cracked lens, the pictures are not coming out good, so therefore I'm not having that kind of. That's why I've not been doing so much on Instagram. I do some, but the picture's not good quality, so why mess with it? I'm going to work on video editing. I'm going to focus on writing. I'm going to focus on raising Kinzie. And I may do some more videos on raising somebody else's children. I know, or I don't know. There are always challenges in raising children, but it's kind of interesting when you're raising a child that's not specifically, whether it's a foster child or your grandchildren. Or I can't do the foster child thing. I have no concept of that, but I am getting a pretty good education on how to raise grandchildren, or at least one of them, and we're learning on that one. So right now, this year, my goals are focus on home, get this place cleaned up, focus on growing my own food, focus on writing, and really working hard on the bee video course, because I think I can get something done pretty good on that one. That's going to be a lot of time and effort, but that's okay. And this, my timer went off, sorry. So that's plenty. That's plenty to do, because obviously when I show you around here, you've seen how much work there is to do. But that's what it is for 2019 right now, and I think that's what I'm going to focus on for this year.